Hello everyone, friends. Now you are present in a very interesting time paradox. As you can see, I have already started putting together the video that you are currently watching, but suddenly it turned out that I forgot to greet you. Hello. Today we will have a conversation about how a blogger illuminates his workplace, how he sets up lighting to shoot videos, and how he creates an aesthetically pleasing environment to produce engaging content for his audience. Therefore, the video will be interesting to those who are engaged in blogging. If you have ever tried to film yourself, I think this video will be useful to you. Today we will talk a little bit about equipment. If you have any questions, please ask in the comments. Questions may arise. I'll quickly go over the top since it's clean now. So let's discuss the equipment briefly. A little bit about the lighting scheme. I hope the video will be useful and interesting to you. Take something tasty, get comfortable, and let's begin. The image may look like this. Can I accomplish this task? What alterations have been made in our video? Instead of this chandelier, we now have a drawing light. We possess a counter light position behind us. Furthermore, we also have background light 1 and background light 2 positioned behind us. Consequently, we have volume in the video, and today I will provide you with information about the light sources I use and explain the reasons why they are needed for optimal results and visual quality in the video production process. So let's go. As the main light, I use a large softbox with a 100-watt LED lamp, a special professional one. In principle, the bulb is convenient as it can be controlled by a remote, enabling users to easily adjust the lighting from a distance. This feature enhances the user experience and adds an extra level of convenience to the functionality of the bulb. You can change its brightness. Oh, in addition, let's assume we can make it less interesting and more monotonous, thereby reducing its overall appeal and making it less engaging for the audience. Naturally, we can make it brighter. Accordingly, I am presently in the process. I am looking here because I have a monitor here. I can see that it works from the picture with a large softbox. The next light bulb I have is a counter. There she stands, the big shiny one. This is our newer 660 LED light. She provides a consistent and stable lighting. You can also put it, unlike the cheapest Neewer, by the way. And this Land Rover costs about 3,000 rubles. This pair of lamps and stands is priced at about 12,000–15,000 rubles, making it an affordable option for adding lighting to your space. There were 2 lamps in the set. One of them, here it is in my hands. Ah yes, they also have a remote control. You can adjust the temperature of the light bulb. Currently I possess the ability to alter the temperature, for instance, in the background without any difficulties or complexities. You see, she starts to turn yellow, yellow, yellow. From that temperature, practically yellow. So I possess the capability to increase the brightness to a small extent. Here is the maximum level of brightness that it is capable of achieving. In principle, here with her, without her. In principle, here with her, without her. In principle, here with her, without her. Is it possible for me to keep just around 10%? In principle, the quality of this place is extremely good. And accordingly, you can change its temperature. The temperature of this light bulb is 5600 Kelvin. Normally I place approximately the same amount on the opposite light source. This is done to ensure color balance in the picture. I also have a light bulb on the backlight behind me. Now I'll show you. This light bulb is called Non-Light Power Tube 6C. She has a lot of different modes. No, of course there is no remote control, but there are many modes. But it is not necessary to buy an expensive trinket. There is also a cheap one, Lanzi VL49. She is also RGB. That is, it possesses the capability to shine and emit light like a regular color. Furthermore, please take a look at 5600. At the moment, I have the light here set to 5600 Kelvin. Moreover, I also have the capability to change colors on it. In essence, she possesses the capability to select any color that she wishes to have. Let us hang her now. You see, the light from it has become simpler, but it is a good little light. That is it. In a not very complicated manner, that is, utilizing only 3 light sources. 1, 2, 3. The 4th one doesn't count. It's basically a regular household light bulb. You can make almost any light in the house. If you look at any blogger now, you will be able to determine what lighting he uses, because primarily it is a potent source of light that comes with a price tag comparable to that of a drawing. And typically, an additional 2 or 3 light sources are used, which help create both fill light and backlighting, enhancing the overall lighting setup. And now we will move to the studio and test these light sources. Again, let's compare Andor. We will compare it with Raylab. In the studio, we will have the ability to observe whether this flash has a flickering effect. Flicker in Raylab? Raylab's costly, 2-3 times pricier than this bulb. Any flicker effect in any Raylab? In addition, in comparison to these 2 light sources, we will conduct tests on this particular one, this specific one, as well as the small Ulanzi. Our next destination is the studio. We are presently in the studio at this moment, and today we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 light sources for review and evaluation. This is our Raylab RL100-3265. This is also our Andor 100-watt LM100, and we currently have a slightly weaker Nuva model here. It offers a lower power output compared to the others mentioned earlier. The given input is 660. It represents an integer with no decimal fraction part. Here, at this moment, we will proceed with a review of 2 similar items. Oh no, I can't believe I forgot to obtain them beforehand. Now I will demonstrate. I'm going to show you 2 sources of light. One of the sources is the non-light PowerTube 6C, which is a type of lighting equipment that emits illumination. Tadam! And we now introduce Ulanzi VL49, the latest addition to our collection. Here we have multiple light sources. And let's conduct a small test with you to understand how they generally work and what they represent. With Raylab RL Cellular, we are able to make adjustments to the color temperature and brightness levels according to our preferences and needs. Possibility of remote control, but not available here. Normal color source, classic, most likely used in studios. Andor LM100 also possesses the capability to adjust brightness, and there exists the capability to adjust both from the remote control and here with a knob. And on more expensive models, there is the possibility of color adjustment. But here, in principle, it doesn't matter. In summary, if we adjust it to a temperature of 500 to 600 Kelvin, it will work well in all locations. Additionally, the Nuvera device, also equipped with a remote control, allows for easy adjustment of brightness and temperature to suit individual needs and preferences. Everything that exists in such big flashes also exists here as well. Now let's simply examine the brightness test, identifying individuals who are bright and those who are not bright. To provide an understanding of why you should not purchase these small light bulbs for the main light, let me explain. By the way, at this moment, yes, it is cool regarding these things that does this have an impact or make a difference? All of them are magnetic. Oh, it is simply because I have an iron stand, whereas all the other stands that I possess are made of iron. So, all the bulbs are functioning at 100%. Shut the door, affirmative, that is correct. Obtain it for takeaway, obtain it for takeaway, obtain it for takeaway. Ah, at this point you are expressing. Come on, so here's the thing, okay? 2 light bulbs remained. 1 light bulb we cannot have now. Let's go further. It's worth explaining a little about what the tests were about. We compared Andor with Raylab primarily in terms of brightness. In our evaluation, we compared Andor and Raylab to determine which one is better, considering their respective advantages and disadvantages. In the video, you can see that they are practically identical as stated. In their characteristics, they are both 100 bat. Of course, it was not worth expecting that this 660th will shine as brightly as Andor's or as Raylab, because it has a declared power of 40 watts, which is twice as weak as these light bulbs. This is one. And the second test we conducted was on the PWM effect. A number of you have observed such a phenomenon where when you begin capturing footage in rooms that are lit by LED light, you're able to perceive this flickering phenomenon. By the way, this light bulb is flickering, and in order for it not to flicker in your frame, that is, I have to shoot it in a very specific way, adjusting the shutter speed in such a way that there is no flickering here. Therefore, I am a little limited in customization options here. from the background point of view, the light doesn't care. If she hadn't earned, she would have put an incandescent bulb there would have been no questions. Now there is an LED light bulb, which is also quite good, but there is still PWM there. And as it was observed from the test, we were able to observe PWM only on a small Ulanza in the end, as indicated by the results of the tests that were conducted. Non-light undoer and Raylap exhibited their skills and capabilities effectively in the given context. In principle, what was to be expected, because professional lighting, it is professional lighting, so that it does not have such nuances. In fact, all bulbs are suitable for vlogging purposes. However, when it comes to brightness, only a lamp that is sufficiently powerful is capable of handling such a large softbox effectively. It is crucial to have a lamp with enough power to provide the desired illumination for optimal vlogging conditions. In the past, when you watch my previous videos, I used to swing such a lamp with a softbox for lighting. In principle, it was enough. There were more ICs, there was more noise in the video, but nevertheless it was enough. Therefore, if you desire to carry out a straightforward task solely on a limited budget as a viable option, acquire one of these light bulbs. She most likely has a price tag of about 5 rubles, and one affordable 100-watt Anduvarian device. On one hand, she is less complex, but on the other hand, she possesses more courage. And in this particular situation, you achieve a certain level of agreement through negotiation. The golden mean, I trust you have grasped the point. The most crucial thing is that you need to have a minimum of 2 light sources in order to ensure proper illumination. Not like that, I'll say it differently, at least 1 light source. If you turn off all the extra, you will have approximately this. In principle, it is already not bad, because you have a drawing light, you have some light in the background area. So for the background, you have the freedom to utilize any light bulb, garland, or any other decorative item that you prefer. The only thing is that it should not flicker on your video. Prior to shooting a video, ensure that it does not flicker. Following that, you have the option to use a light source that will produce a contour for you to work with. That is the entirety of it. And in point of fact, you have the ability to include supplementary light that will create a visually stunning object for you in the background, thereby enhancing the overall beauty of the scene, like this. The video turned out to be quite short. I hope it was informative. So do not forget to subscribe to my channel, give it a thumbs up, and hit the bell icon. That is all. Amir Gumerov was with you. Goodbye to everyone.